now. Alright. Grab ourselves the whirligig saw. Yeah, and it's time to get rolling. We bring ourselves all the way back to the very beginning, back to the nightmare itself. Because it's now time for the optional boss. So, you might remember that within the Grand Cathedral we found the skull, or the human skull, of Lawrence. The man who betrayed Master Willem. Now, honestly, one of the worst parts about getting towards this boss is, of course, getting past Mr. Axeman Cthulhu. But gratefully, he leaves you, for the most part, alone. So, what does Lawrence become? Well, allow me to show you. Now, what I do enjoy is that this is one of the only points that the makers of Bloodborne actually reuse a boss. And even so, they actually add to it. So, Lawrence the First Vicar. This is Cleric Beast, version 2.0, and this is why this is going to take a while. Lawrence is where Koss is annoying, Lawrence is just goddamn frustrating. As you can see, Lawrence does a ridiculous amount of damage. And of course, because he's engulfed in flame, the use of being able to use a serrated weapon such as the whirligig saw and fire is rendered moot. Now, the whirligig is still effective because he still is a beast. However, it's not as near as effective as the combination of the two. Will you get out of here? Alright, let's try this again. The trouble is that just being near Lawrence can hurt you sometimes. Lawrence also has quite a bit of stun lock. Gratefully, I seem to be quite overpowered. And now the boss fight completely changes, as you now only have half a beast to contend with. However, that means that he only has half a hitbox from what he used to. And the more effective way of taking on cleric beasts is to attack his rear, which has now been removed. He can also spit lava at you, just like Quelaag used to. Oh god, I can't wait for the obligatory lava boss for Dark Souls 3. Because I know there's gonna be one. Alright, how about you do a swipe, please? And not the multi. The main trouble here is that because, as I said, because of the lack of size, you have to fight this thing head on. Once again, 2 attempts. That's not so bad. Beast Embrace. Now this is also where you can get one of the final vermin. Is by, you can call in Valter for assistance on this fight, allowing you to beat it in the company of someone of the League, giving you a 5th vermin. Now, the Beast Embrace rune is another one of the Oath runes. It's actually similar to the Milkweed rune. After repeated experiments in controlling the Scourge of Beasts, the Gentle Embrace rune was discovered. When implementation failed, the embrace became a forbidden rune, but this knowledge became a foundation of the healing church. Those who swear this oath take on a ghastly form and enjoy accentuated transformation effects, especially while wielding a beast weapon. So, if you put this thing on, you become a beast, full-heartedly. Now, this does not mean much. The only real difference it makes is if you wear the beast claws. It gives you a slightly different moveset that is a lot stronger. But beyond that, it's almost completely useless, I believe. I could be wrong.
Gammon away, go. Very well, let me.
No, not enough. Well, since we're here, why don't we use up this beauty right here. Relic containing the blood echoes of a great one. Used to grant cosmically nightmarish blood echoes. Like a true revelation, this uncanny relic defies understanding. Gives you 40,000.
Gammon awaits you. Go. Very well, let me.
Do that. Because there is one last thing we can go do. Because currently we don't have much left. Because boss-wise, besides of course Moon Presence and the Chalice dungeons, there's nothing left. We've killed everything. NPC wise, oh, that is, no, I already took care of all of them. So yes, it's really just down to taking out Moon Presence. Beyond that, we have not much more. There is one last thing to do here. Are you fucking serious? Alright then. Have it that way. Well, at least we got that one out of the way. You confounded fish people. Alright, let us go down the well. Come here, you horrible abomination. And that begins this. Let them fight. Hey, stay out of this. Oh, how kind of you. How kind of you to be able to kill me and... Only reason I'm after this is so that I can get a weapon. A weapon that I can probably not even use. But might as well do it anyway. Taking that, and that. Gentlemen. Come here. Yeah, you go see your friend. Fight each other, damn you. Didn't waste an entire shaman bone blade for you not to fight. God fucking damn it. Pale-faced motherfucker. Round 3. Are you serious? Are you goddamn serious with this shit? Gratefully, you only ever have to do this once. Then it's done. I question if it's even worth the first time. So goddamn much. I'm getting really fucking sick of this. Like, really fucking sick of this. Fuck! Come on. What is that? Fucking wake up grabs? Fucking saw your dick off. The Rakio. Well, at least I can wield it. The hunter weapon wielded by Lady Maria of the Astral Clock Tower. A trick sword originating in the same country as the Canehurst Shikage. Only this weapon feeds not of blood, but instead demands great dexterity. Lady Maria was fond of this aspect of Rakuyo, as she frowned upon the blood blades, despite being a distant relative of the queen. But one day she abandoned her beloved Rakuyo, casting it into a dark well where she could stomach its presence no more. So this is actually a really fun weapon, and is the best dex weapon in the game. And the full stamina bar here. You get some cool moves. You get alternating thrusts. And you get a spin. With enough stamina, you can have two. It's a fun weapon. But sadly, it will not be much use to this character. Alright then. I think that's the last piece of gear. I need to acquire. Let's get out of this fish hellhole. You know what? Let's just go right to the end, shall we? Go right to the end, and then I'll give a bonus of what is considered the final boss of the Chalice Dungeons. Alright, Moon Presence. Now that I think about it, I think Moon Presence might actually be kin as well. Now that is the unique move that Moon Presence can do, which is it brings you down to 1 HP. But gives you a chance to attack it. Bam! Get out of my house, Moon Presence. There we go. And now the ending.
Are you cold? Oh, good hunter.
So, how I understand it is that with this ending, because of consuming the 3/3 chords to make not only contact with Moon Presence, but also fight it and defeat it, you ascend to a child Great One. So, very interesting and very unique. Very different from the regular endings that Dark Souls has had. So, just like Dark Souls 1, complete the final boss, make a choice, do one of the endings, whichever one you choose, and click, you are in New Game Plus. Only this time, you'll be waking up with all of your armor and weapons.
Good. All signed and sealed.
Here we are, back in Yosefka's clinic. Let us pay our wolf friend a visit. He's not very difficult anymore. At least not with the power that our character has. Man, I don't think there'll be too many other costumes I'll want to wear besides Lady Maria's, especially with this character. Hi, Cleric Beast, I hear you. Now, of course, sadly, you can't use the doll automatically. One cool thing I will show off. If you attack Gurman, he disappears. Which is interesting, knowing what we know now about him. So, alright then. Well, I will obviously be cashing in that 400,000 soul amount. That's actually a really good way to get a big boost at the very end, is to cash out, use all the moon runes, and fight moon presence. Because if you do, even without the moon runes equipped, you get a lot. So, yeah, that's the playthrough. Pretty quick. Yeah, no, this is... I have serious contention as to which is my favorite From Software game. Like, not so much Dark Souls 2. Like, it's good, and it was obviously holds a special place in my heart due to it being my first playthrough. But Dark Souls 1 and Bloodborne compete back and back, because Dark Souls 1 is what allowed me to really learn what the Souls formula is. But Bloodborne challenged me in a way that I never could have thought. It added a level of speed that Dark Souls 1 does not have. So, yeah. I think we end here. So